statement is to create an exception handler utility which can be used in other services for handling the user defined and custom exceptions for both checked and unchecked exceptions. So this will be a generic custom exception handler utility that will be used in multiple microservices in order to handle custom exceptions in individual microservices with the provided error response structure. So this is the expected error response that we have to create. Here are the steps provided to create the solution. So you can create your Spring Boot project using the spring.io tools, and then in this website you can provide the following data, like it's a Maven project, what all dependency you need, what is the group and artifact IDs. So this all you can provide and generate your Spring Boot initializer. Okay, I directly move to the code. So I've already cloned this exception handler utility. Let me walk through the code. So here this is a custom exception we have created, for which we are accepting an input of that the user will provide the HTTP status that they want to throw and the error messages with it. The error response would be like this: the method request URI status code timestamp and error. The error will be a list which will contain the error message, and a handler for this custom exception. The handler for the custom exception is here. So this is error response, and for error response this is the get HTTP method, get request URI. So all these things are we are sending. The different set of constructors are created with the method request URI, what we are sending, whatever the status code we want to store in the we want to show in the request. Yeah, this is the response that we are going to throw, so that all data we are passing here. So different combination of constructors we have created for different set of handling. That's all. You can build this utility by doing Maven clean install. So in order to test this utility, I've created another project called this integrate custom exception. Here I'm integrating this dependency and creating my controller where I will be using that custom exception. Okay, I've cloned the project already here. Let me walk through the code of this right now. Now here if you see, the controller is created, a test controller. I am expecting an ID. If ID is equal to fail, then I have to throw the validation. So it's a bad request. So these two data I am sending. One is the HTTP status and another is the error message. So whatever error message you want to throw, you can throw here. Okay, and the response I am sending. If this ID is not failed, then we are sending the success response. Okay, let me test this. I have provided the ways to create this project. A detailed explanation I have written over here. Okay, let me use this curl command. Go to the postman, import, paste. So yeah, curl command is ready. Now let me start the application. Integrate custom exception handler. Yeah, enable annotation processing. Application is started at 8080. So I'll go to the postman. Here I run. So we are getting the error. See, errors I have written. So that's why that error has been coming here. Bad request which I am sending. I'm sending bad request over here, right? See the bad request. So that's why it is coming as errors. So for example, I give internal server error here and give as custom error and restart the application. Then it will, and in the this is ID I've given as fail. So now if I run, see it is giving custom error, which internal server error, 51 internal server error. So this HTTP status request URL and method it is taking internally. I do not need to send them that. see, I'm not sending request URI and everything, because if I go to the exception handler utility, how I am sending that is, uh, see, from servlet web request itself, it is taking HTTP method, that is, it is post, get, or whatever, and the request URI is here, see, slash test or whatever, whichever path I have given. So that request URI, it is taking directly from servlet web request, so I do not need to provide these data. But HTTP status and error messages, I have given the permission to the user to send the HTTP status and error message. It is an accepted criteria from the input. That's all. So let me, in the postman, and let me hit a success response also. Suppose in the ID, instead of fail, I provide a pass, so it will say that data pass. So whatever message I'll send here, like successful, it will send me data successful. So this is a very basic project created to understand how we can create exception handler utility with our own customized exception, and whatever data's addition or deletion which we want to do, like whichever way we want our error response to be created, we can create it. I can add or delete one more field over here and play around with this response. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.